Here we are again with another G&G LevAR video. Today we're going to be looking at the disassembly and reassembly of the gun. I'm going to make this quick, make it easy. I'm going to skip all the BS and not trying to bore you with the details. We're going to get straight into it, disassemble this thing, reassemble it. I'll take this video and I'll break it up by parts so you can skip to a certain part if you're trying to figure that out. Let's get right into it. You'll see some skips in this video. What I'm trying to do is skip over the boring parts. I might fast forward it a couple times here or there just so you can speed things up a little bit and you're not wasting your time watching a super long video. Okay, let's get this upper receiver off. This front body pin right here. It's real easy to do. Just knock it out. Pull it out from this side. I've already got the dust cover off. It's going to get in your way if it's open. When you pull it off like that, probably will hit it. Just be aware of that. All you got to do is pull it up and then pull it off. Easy as that. The upper receiver is off. Hop up and barrel, inner barrel, comes straight out. There's a little piece right here that might come out on you. Mine's in there pretty good. It's hard to come out, but that's where the charging handle goes, so don't lose that. I've got a different front handguard on here. This is the Aries Octarms handguard. It fit really well with the gun. The stock handguard, just knock those two pins out that are right here. The handguard comes right off, but the outer barrel, the barrel nut that goes around the outer barrel, it's pretty tight. So heat is your friend. If you have one of those barrel nuts that are really tight, take a heat gun or a really hot hair dryer or something and heat it up and then try twisting it off. It should come off pretty easy after that. That's pretty straightforward. That's just like any AEG. Take the handguard off, take the barrel nut off, take the outer barrel off, and it's disassembled from the LevAR upper. Okay, to get the handle off, there's a little pin right here. Really easy. Pop it right out. Be very careful. There is a ball bearing in here that's going to come out. If your LevAR is brand new, it probably won't come out. So that's when it's dangerous. It might fly out if it's brand new. There it is. See how it just popped right out. My LevAR is short stroke, so I've got my short stroke bits in here. Works the same way as not short stroked. The spring right here is where the ball bearing sits. When we go back together, I'll show you an easy way to put that back in there without having to modify anything. Just be careful when taking it apart because it will fall out. Taking the stock off is very straightforward. This is my stock adapter that I have on there, but it works the exact same way as the stock. You just take that pin out, and the stock one, there's two pins. Take it straight out, and it slides right off with a little bit of pressure. Boom. You've got the mock bolt right here. It just slides straight out the back. To take the grip off, take you a little punch. I use a little small hex screw and just punch these straight out. Doesn't take much pressure and they come right out. This one needs a little bit of assistance. Boom. Easy as that. That gets the tank off. You don't have to take this apart any further. All right, the grip's real easy. You take a little bit of a longer screwdriver with a 4.0 hex screw. There's a little black screw inside the grip. Just go in there and screw it right out. Real easy. Comes right off. Booyah. The safety switch, real easy. Just unscrews from the outside. Be careful, there's a little steel ball in there that makes it click, and a spring as well. You can lose them. Mine's actually stuck inside the spring. I'll fix that. Next up, let's get these body pins out. There we go. Now we can take this mag release off. All right, now the gearbox comes right out, just like that. The nozzle can actually be taken out before doing any of this stuff. It comes off right after you get the upper off. I just haven't taken it out yet. You just push the tappet plate down, the nozzle comes right out. Just like that. All right, the gearbox screws, just takes a Phillips head. They come right out. All right, when you take this last screw out, you might have to catch the hammer because that last screw is what holds it in. It might spring out on you, so try to catch that. This is got a few pieces to it. These pieces come apart, so just remember that this arch in the middle points down when putting it back in place. Well, there you go. Gearbox now comes apart. The tappet plate, I've got a modified tappet plate in there, so it probably looks a little different than yours, but it comes out just the same. Boom. This part's done. If you want to get into the trigger mechanism and the hammer, you can take this next step. If you're not trying to do that, this is as far as you really need to go. To get to the trigger mechanism is this little screw right here. And it's got springs in here, so be careful when taking it out. Things might fly around. And there it is. And the trigger comes right out. Oops. See what I mean by things might fly around? You got two little springs here. Then you got your hammer spring with your hammer spring knocker. Then you have your safety switch. All right, you've seen me take it apart. Now let's go back together with it. Essentially the same thing, it's just backwards, except you need to apply lube here and there, check your O-rings, stuff like that. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna go back in with the stock trigger. This spring right here, put the trigger on the shaft right there. Get that spring behind the trigger towards the bottom, like this. Easy as that. Then you can go back on with this housing. It sits right on there. Everything's nice and flat. And then we'll put that screw in on the back side. There it is. Next up, let's get the tappet plate on there. I've already got some lube on there, some silicone oil. Tappet plates like lube. They move around a lot. That pretty much is what determines whether your gun is going to fire or not. So I always like to go back in with a drop or two of lube just to make sure she's plenty lubed up. Good movement. She's going to go back in just fine. Get your screw straight back in there. Doesn't need to be real tight, just snug. Looks good. Now we'll put the gearbox back together. This is the part that holds your little steel ball that we talked about very first. Goes right there. At the end, we'll put it in. We don't have to put it right now, but I just want you to be able to see what actually holds it. Here's the steel ball. It sits right in there. Some people actually like to use a larger steel ball and Dremel that out to where it'll fit it. I'll show you a method that you don't have to do that. It makes it real easy. Now we need to put our safety lever back in place. I like this O-ring there, just so I can tighten it up and adjust the tension like I like it. Goes right into this little hole. There it is. Next up is the hammer. Remember, you want to take this piece and put it in this rear hole and have the arch pointing down towards you. And we're going to insert the hammer into this vertical slot right there. That's where the hammer spring is. And she is all the way in there. Now we're going to put our cover back on. Get everything lined up just right to where it all sits flush. First piece we want to put back in there, excuse me, the first screw we want to put back in there is the hammer screw, so we don't have to hold that in place anymore. All the screws are the same size, but you don't have to worry about them getting mixed up. Now you can put the rest of the screws in just as you took them out, in whatever order. If this gas inlet comes out while you're disassembling it or reassembling it, it just slides right in and right out. Just go right back in with it. I've got extra O-rings on it, so it doesn't look like the stock one. I feel like it helps everything seal up a little bit better. It keeps things from shifting around so much, less likely for leaks. So if you can do that, I recommend it, but that's up to you. Okay. Let's go back in the body. Hammer goes in first, the red slides in, the rest slides in right after. Now we'll go on with the mag release. Let's get the body pins back in. All right, now for safety switch. This part can get kind of weird. What you want to do is get a little drop of lube, drop the tiniest bit down into here, and it'll hold your spring in place when you turn it upside down. See, it stays in place. Go ahead and knock your screw out. Get your ball and some tweezers. Unless you've got really sharp fingers, set it on that top one is what I like to do. And make sure your safety is, the triangle on your safety is pointed that direction. Line up your safety lever. Push it straight down onto the ball and hold it in place like that. Put your screw in and go straight in with it. Remember, I have that O-ring in there so I can adjust the tightness a little bit. Got it a little bit too tight. There you go. And it's on there. All right, let's go back on with the grip. Get your long screwdriver back out. Take your grip, your screw is in there. Push it all the way through. Line it up with your grip screw hole in the back. Tighten that baby up. You want it to be relatively tight. Don't over tighten it or it'll be hard to get back off. But you don't want that grip to get loose when you're using it. All right, now is the tank. Drop your tank straight in there. Take your two little posts and go straight back in the way they came out. Should be pretty easy. You might have to beat them in a little bit like this. You don't have to beat them too hard. Hit them until they're flush. That one went in real easy. You can see this is a flat tool that I'm using and it's real smooth so it's not damaging the surface, and it's on there. All right, the stock, pretty self-explanatory. Straight on to the Picatinny rail on the back with the screw. The screw goes straight back in. I like to make sure it's real tight. There's no movement. All right, let's take a look at our nozzle. Try to wipe off the old lube and try to go in with some fresh lube. Take a little bit, drip it around the O-rings. Get those O-rings nice and wet. Ask for consent beforehand and then stick that sucker in there. Easy as that. Move it back and forth a little bit. Get that oil spread out. She's good to go. Let's go back in with the mock bolt now. Take your hammer, pull it down. You may want to take a little bit of oil here and put it on the slide just to make sure everything runs nice and smooth. Doesn't take much. Slide it right in. You're good to go. Now to put the handle in, you want to pull it on back out towards the rear and get your nozzle and push it towards the back so your tappet plate is activated towards the back. Take your handle. This is where you have to watch out for the ball underneath. We're not going to go back in with the steel ball yet, not until after the handle is installed. I'll show you that. Go ahead and put your spring in there. Put a little drop of lube on the end so it stays in place. Drop your spring into that slot that I showed you earlier, and it stays in there. Now go back in with your handle. This piece right here is going to fit right here into the slot on the bolt, like that. If you have a short stroke, it's a little tougher. Without the short stroke, it's pretty easy. Push forward and activate your bolt, and then you can ease towards the back. See how I went from forward to back, and it'll close. Now we want to go back in with the ball. To go back in with the ball, ease it back out like this while pushing forward, and it'll kind of rock forward like that. That's all you need right there to get this ball back in place. You got your tweezers. Grab the ball, and it's going to be kind of a push in there so the spring holds the ball up against the handle. I need to come back out a little bit more, give it a little bit more space. Right there, that works. Close your handle on down on top of the ball and pull your tweezers out, and it holds itself in place. Easy as that. It's not hard once you get used to it. I don't want to do all those crazy modifications to get it to work with a bigger one. I prefer the stock one. That way the handle runs nice and smoothly. All right, to get the upper back on, works just like any other AEG. Slide the barrel back into the upper. There you go. Slides right in. And then you go right back over the top of it. Keep this pin knocked out when you go in, or else it ain't going in. Boom. Easy as that. Now she is fully put back together. Wipe off any oil you may have on there. And she is ready to shoot again. All right, hope this helps somebody, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and I will do my best to get back with you. Thanks.